Hello everybody, this is John Small, and we're going to be going over the homepage history of the University of Texas's website, and we are going to be starting right now in 1996. This is a very basic web page. This is also more blue than you'll probably ever see for the University of Texas's homepage forever after this. It uses the typical hyperlink kind of style of design we would anticipate. So the blue text underlined, it's got an inverted L shape to the menu, so you can kind of see the thought process and how they're structuring the menus. The only real design thing about these links is a few of them are bold, so to me as a user I would assume that those are categories and then the links underneath those are subcategories. We have a basic footer, but more than that, this is function completely over form, but there is thoughts behind the form. So we'll see this evolution take place, but this is the first step. And we're going to spruce it up a little bit. We're going to go into 1998. Great year. We add color to the University of Texas's website. We get a background. We get different colors to the links. We don't have that horrible blue color anymore. So we finally have a horizontal navigation up here with some spotlight links. We have two menus, one's on the left, one on the right. This is where they started playing around with responsiveness on their site. So this menu actually will stretch in and out depending on how wide your screen is. And search actually appears for the first time on the University of Texas's site in 1998. It makes its debut appearance in the left menu. We will slowly see it travel up to this top corner. But that is where it lives for 1998. Nothing in the middle, so it's still kind of more function over form, but we definitely have more pleasing, something more pleasing to look at. Though important, 1998 establishes this kind of orange color too as clickable links. So when we see this orange color moving forward, that's kind of a design practice that they use for the University of Texas. So here's 2001. This is similar to 1998. This is kind of showing that option that menu can come in. They trimmed up the horizontal navigation, but 2001 is important because they start using more iconography and buttons. So here's the University of Texas's student portal that makes its appearance in the menu for the first time, and that will allow students to access there. Otherwise, the design is essentially the same as the previous year, but I just wanted to show you that they started using more buttons. So moving forward to 2002, they must have hated what they did with all the responsiveness from 1998 to 2001 because they scrapped it, went for a new design, got rid of our fun textured background in more favor of a basic white background, but they're now using color to differentiate the sections of the site. We have this inverted L. It's very rigid, it's non-responsive, but we know that this part right here is a menu. We can tell it's a different section of the website as opposed to this larger main body. We also have a horizontal navigation. We have sub-navigation. We have two versions of the student portal, so that's kind of showing their thought process and saying what do our students need, and they're evaluating the user requirements for their site. And college sites are super complicated because they're trying to appease to so many different people. So just that thought process of let's put a link down here, let's put a link down here, they're trying to take into account what their users actually use the site for. Here are orange article titles that are clickable links. We remember we established that back in 1998 that orange color will be a clickable link. And we have subheadings, utility links up here. Search now is navigated it's found its way from this left menu into the main body. So it's on its way to where we would expect it, but it's clearly defined in its own label. It has a go button, doesn't have a little magnifying glass that we would expect. But yeah, more pictures, more color, looks more modern. So 2002 is a good step forward. Moving forward to 2006, they actually bring it into the center of the screen. We have margins now. It feels like a complete website. It's kind of form and function working together. The student portal's moved up into the left menu. They're definitely using color to break up the sections. We have hero images for the first time. It says read the story so we can navigate. There's a link on the image, so that appears for the first time. We have other links up here. So this horizontal navigation is now kind of, you would say, getting cluttered. There's so much going on up here. We have search is finally in the navigation bar, and you can use a drop down to differentiate which site you're searching on. So you have sites associated with the University of Texas. You can change which site you're going to search with. Still a go button, not a magnifying glass. We also have a popular sites option where you can navigate directly to a popular site from this drop down. So that is new. They get their own bar in the horizontal navigation. But yeah, it's just showing that color and images, and most of the stuff's clickable for the 2006 page, and they kind of use a hover function in the CSS, so they style it based on the computer coding. But it gives you some visual cue that you can click on something, whether the cursor changes or there's a change in the actual appearance of the words, or they get underlined. Something happens that the user gets that visual cue that, okay, I can click on that. Then we come to 2011. Now 2011, they ditched the whole inverted L style. There's just this one main top navigation bar. Search is well defined here. It just becomes a search button. You type in what you want, click search. We have utility links up here. We have a footer farther down, which is still similar information, but it's more of a sitemap style. We have typical links that like prospective people may want, or anybody may be interested in. Then this color changes to links that specific groups of people affiliated with the university will want. So they use a different and differentiate the color. I imagine that student portal is right there, but it would also have a link inside the students page. It's almost like the way WebAdvisor kind of linked and changed and had different colors depending on which type of user you would be. So this is clearly they're paying attention to what their users want and need, and they're trying to make decisions and evaluate based on the trends of 2011. We have a big hero image carousel. So carousels now are a thing for the University of Texas's navigation, meaning we'd have to go to, if we wanted to go to the article associated with number one, we'd click on one, or we'd wait for it and fight with it and wait for the time to pass that number one came back. Still orange article titles you can click on. Social media is now a thing on the University of Texas's website. We can navigate right to their social media from here. Then we have these 5 gray bars. These look like that footer sitemap. So yeah, again, they use visual cues in the CSS to know that we can click on things, and they use color really well. This is their first modern site, I would say. Moving forward, this is kind of where we get to where we are now, 2015. We have these utility links up here. That orange, yellow colored links here from 2011 now find themselves up here in this utilities link. Search is up there, and you can even apply to the website or apply to the university from this web link, this button. These links in this navigation are all drop-down menus. They removed all the clutter of just listing links, and you can do it all through drop-downs. So everything's responsive, everything has a hover function, and there's so many visual cues working on here. We have the large title for this article, and just large titles, bold letters, and lots of color. And it changes too to carousel or whatever they had depending on what the featured article was. Now we're at 2017. They've changed it a little bit. They added the student portal. They've changed some of the vocabulary. So we have a big come explore button. So they've changed a little bit associated with the hero image. But yeah, this is the modern website that we're at now. It's very, very easy to use, I would say. The navigation is clearly labeled. We give visual cues. They try to bring that color throughout. And the search bar is navigated up here, and they don't need that, inverted L style. They're just focused on this one main bar of navigation, which we would have come to expect from our sites today. So that's the evolution of the University of Texas's site. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.